From misconceptions about the industry to missing out on tremendous potential, chances are you're sleeping on a highly lucrative career in farming and agriculture. In fact, it's one of the most rewarding and successful businesses for youngsters right now. Let me clear some misconceptions. I know you're tired of the 9-to-5 grind and getting an earful from your boss every day. The perks of corporate life that you can leave behind. And no, it's not all dirty work. Farmers are business owners who need a sharp business sense to keep their operations functioning well. As much as the crops and livestock, cost, profit, business planning, and contracts all impact the farm. You can alternate between spending time indoors and outside. While farmers frequently work outside in all types of weather, they also need to spend time in the farm office, handling business and administrative tasks. Tired of doing the same thing over and over? There's no diversification like farm diversification. From focusing on various animal and crop varieties, there's also the opportunity to create and market specialized goods, open a farm store, or produce renewable energy. Many young people in the underdeveloped world tend to avoid choosing careers in agriculture. I admit, the little villages and fields I grew up seeing every day weren't somewhere I ever dreamed of working. There's a belief that agriculture means an antiquated way of life and a limited future for young people, but that's not true at all. With the advancement in farming methods, young people can successfully harvest and create a sustainable future through agriculture on their own terms. In fact, the industry is getting more and more technical. It's one of the sectors in today's world that's changing the most quickly and is moving forward ever quicker. Even though some of you may think that farming is labor-intensive and outdated, nothing, and trust me, nothing can be further from the truth. From drones and artificial intelligence to developments like precision farming, the agricultural sector keeps embracing more advanced technology that maximizes productivity and yields, while also producing numerous new job possibilities. Ain't that the dream? Need more convincing? There's many more reasons. When it comes to eradicating poverty, agriculture is up to 4 times more effective than other industries. A growing number of people around the world, especially the impoverished, are depending on agriculture to provide more nutrient-dense food for them and enhance their quality of life. What could be more fulfilling than taking part in an effective solution to such a pressing problem? Many people work their job, unable to see how it makes a difference or what the bigger picture is. It seems like we're all working to make the rich richer. Not with farming and agriculture, though. Oh, and agriculture can be the best field for you if you're a young nerd interested in development research. Many examples from East Africa and other regions have demonstrated how research affects livelihoods and revolutionizes agriculture. Climate change and the rising need for nutrient-dense food make it more important than ever to investigate new technologies in agriculture. Also, to promote climate-smart agriculture and innovate in the field to fuel future growth. Agriculture-related attitudes are already evolving. Young, educated people have decided to become farmers, acquire land, cultivate crops professionally for trade, and earn a living through it. It's getting mighty competitive too, so you might want to get there before it's too late. In 2020 alone, the agricultural sector alone contributed £9,435 million to the UK's economy. Working in this field benefits the planet and the environment as a whole, in addition to boosting the economy. Plus, when you strive to provide food and influence the future of the environment, you truly make a difference in people's lives and see it firsthand. And is anyone thinking about job security? In a world of mass layoffs, this is the jackpot. The fact that agriculture is a secure and predictable career path is another excellent reason for young people to think about it. Even as other industries may come and go, agriculture will always exist. We all gotta eat, right? Food will always be necessary for us, especially as the population increases, which is another reason why farming needs more of you. The UN predicts that by 2050, there will be 9.7 billion people on the planet who would need 70% more food. And if you look at the stats currently, it doesn't look good. More and more people will be living with food shortages and malnourishment because we simply can't produce enough food faster. But why aren't more people talking about it? Maybe it's the fact that agriculture can be intimidating and overwhelming at the same time. I think it's one of the reasons you don't see a lot of young people in the field. Also, the majority of young people are simply unaware of the opportunities that this field can present because it is not a subject that is taught in schools or promoted at career fairs. If you didn't know where to start, you probably chose a bachelor's degree in agricultural studies and waited to decide on your area of specialization. But now, there are so many different farming degrees to select from. By choosing an agriculture degree, students aren't restricted in what they can study. As you complete your undergraduate graduate degree, you can begin working towards specialization, which can be in anything from agriculture to rural development and agricultural finance. Yep, those exist. Now, you might be wondering what the future of farming and agriculture is. Let me start by saying what a great investment it is. You've got both immediate and long-term wealth building opportunities. As a physical asset, the land retains its worth in your investment portfolio. Plus, its low-risk profile can help in holding diversity and provide a counterbalance to some of your riskier investments. Now, as urban population is expected to skyrocket, urban agriculture is coming to the limelight. Enter vertical farming. Imagine a chilly January day. You're harvesting lettuce, basil, juicy sweet strawberries, and bright red tomatoes.
And we took it off because the peas stopped to produce, and we replaced it with like peppers.
You're able to grow year-round indoors by managing light, temperature, water, and things like carbon dioxide levels as well. It's not a dream, it's all possible with vertical farming. In a warehouse, close to home. Plus, in contrast to other fruits and veggies, which can travel thousands of miles by truck or plane, fresh food cultivated in vertical farms often travels only a few miles to reach grocery store shelves. You see, urban agriculture is an excellent idea since it helps recycle carbon emissions.
And there are plums, apples, peaches, cherries, but also raspberries, Thai berries, and a few other things. So the first raised bed that we've got at the entrance, so we got one with chilies, courgettes, flowers, onions, and a few other things.
While also growing plants and reducing transportation expenses. For instance, we could greatly increase how effectively we use water, fertilizers, and a variety of other resources. About 30% of the food that makes it to our tables is wasted in Europe and the United States. Another very important thing that we could do in terms of food production is to try to produce the food closer to the consumer in order to cut down on transportation costs. You don't have to move to the countryside to choose this as your career. It can all be done in the hustle and bustle of the city. So, what's next? Today, more 25 to 40-year-olds are taking on a career in farming as they're passed on by the generation before them. The pandemic also brought attention to the need for regional and local food supplies. In order to maintain those supply chains in the case of emergencies, for general domestic food production, and to fulfill the rising demand for local food, governments are moving to help and encourage younger generations of farmers to enter the industry. In fact, during the pandemic, more people turned to their local markets and sellers to buy foods they couldn't get as major distributors encountered supply chain issues. Demand remained high, even as certain supply chain issues subsided. And that, folks, is your golden or green nugget. And that's why you need to consider a career in farming and agriculture.